Welcome one, welcome all knuckleheads to the Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith live Fighters Rep Fight Companion. I'm your host of Fighters Rep, Fez. Thank you for joining me earlier today. If you joined me along with that amazing fight, Agit Caballel versus Damian Kaniba. Of course, Caballel got the win on that one. Man, we had over 30,000 people tune into that one, so I really appreciate you guys joining me for that one, and I'm excited to see how many of you join tonight. So in this first fight, we've got Arjan Iseni. And, give me a second here. By the way, if you guys haven't already, welcome to the Fighters Rep. This is where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth from the mind of a promoter / attorney. And I really appreciate you guys being in here. Listen, Kurdistan loves me today. But Puerto Rico doesn't love me today because I did pick Caballel to win by stoppage, and that's what happened. I said between round 8 and 10, he actually got Kaniba out of there in round 3. But let's see here what's going on between Iseni versus Bedoya. This is your first fight of the evening. Arjan Iseni versus Mario Bedoya Orozco. It's a 6-round fight. From Michoacan, Mexico. It's going to be Bedoya. And it looks like from the flag I saw that the other guy might be Albanian. Talking about Iseni. So, a lot of Europe going on today. By the way, appreciate you guys being in here. Arthur James says, "Que pasa?" My dude, Agala the Don says, Matias ready. Dalton ready to scalp him. Arjan Iseni. Hometown, Staten Island, New York, but he's got that, what I believe is the Albanian flag behind him. And he's a southpaw. So we'll take a look at this 6-round fight. Bro, that pressure going to crack Dalton. Says, have you on the back foot like at the weigh-in. Matias gave the signal he comida food. I know he going to eat. Sheesh, monfongo. Matias looking at Dalton like you the next meal. You're right about that. Agala the Dawn. Right off the bat, though, here is Iseni looking way taller, way slimmer than Bedoya from Michoacan. 23 years old on Iseni's side to the 26-year-old Bedoya. Iseni is 6'3" versus Bedoya is 5'10", 5 inches taller. Shorter reach, probably because much narrower shoulders. Iseni 68 inches, whereas Bedoya's looked like 72 inches, so that's crazy. But here we go. Round 1 is on and popping, ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation. I appreciate you guys being in here. So, like I said earlier, you know, the Puerto Rican fans not loving me today after I picked in my prediction against Subriel Matias. But let's be very clear, man. It's a 50-50 fight. I'm only making it 51-49 to 55-45 for Dalton Smith because of his age, man, and because I don't think that style of Matias holds up well into your 30s. Matias now 33 years old, potentially 34. And now, right now in this first fight, man, it's already looking pretty good for Iseni, the American, I guess of Albanian heritage. Not looking great for Bedoya. Iseni's got some good movement. Doing good work against Bedoya from Michoacan. Shout out to Michoacan, Mexico. but just doesn't look like a guy in fight shape, if I'm being honest with you guys. Doesn't look like a guy in fight shape. So we'll see what happens here. But, yeah, Puerto Rico not loving me today. After me picking against Subriel Matias. Listen, man, it's just no hate to Subriel, man. I think he's great, man. And he definitely has, he's a wood chipper with boxing gloves on. Definitely has what it takes to get Dalton Smith out of there if Dalton Smith, doesn't come ready. Esseni doing really well right now. Bedoya just can't get anything going at all. I mean, these guys don't look like, to be frank, at this juncture, even though it's way early, these guys don't look like they belong in the same ring together. And I'm not sure Bedoya's thrown, there we go, Bedoya threw a punch. Yeah, Bedoya not throwing a lot of punches, guys. This could be over before it started. Bedoya throwing like his second punch. Esseni just threw more in that combination than Bedoya's thrown the entire fight. Here's Esseni going to head, body, back up to the head with a nice uppercut. Looks like he hurt Bedoya already. I mean, this is, my goodness, this is looking like mismatch of the century right here. Oh, my goodness. So Esseni's got him in the corner now. And just hammering away at him. I mean, using this guy as a punching bag right now. And he knows. Esseni knows that this guy doesn't belong in there with him. Hopefully not what we're going to see in the main event with Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. I doubt this is what we're going to see with them. But very good work right now so far for Esseni. So, yeah, I think a lot of the Puerto Rican fans, they got really upset with me for picking Smith to win this fight. But I said, it's basically because of age and because of the Liam Paro fight, man. I think Smith is going to be able potentially to do what Paro did. If he's just smart and boxes, he'll be able to, I think, keep it on the outside. And when Subriel gets close, he'll be able to tie him up. Maybe land his shots while Subriel's on the way in. Because, Matias just plods forward like this. So I think he'll be able to just walk forward and, get it done. So it's looking like Esseni here really having an easy time with Bedoya in this opening fight. I mean, this is just sort of a warm, I mean, this is borderline just a warm body in there. This is just a warm body in there right now for Esseni, you guys. This is just not, this is not the fight. This is not an exciting fight. We had a lot of exciting fights on that undercard in Germany. I will say that. I mean, there were also some mismatches. But this right here is... Like, this guy Bedoya, man. I hate to sound disrespectful, but he just looks like he just came off the street. They found him in the street. They were like, yo, throw these gloves on. We'll give you some money to fight. Like, this guy looks like he doesn't belong at all. Wow. Let me take a look at something real quick. So Mario Bedoya Orozco. I just want to look at him real quick. Because I got a feeling. Yeah, he's 4-4. 4-4. And Arjan Esseni's 4-0. So, I mean, not completely unfair, right? But I mean, it just looks like there's a massive gap between these two as far as skills go. The Albanian American versus the Mexican from Michoacan. By the way, if this is your first time here, subscribe, join the channel, help me continue to grow. Leave your comment in the comments section. I'm happy to speak to you guys, man. I love hearing what you guys have to say. We had 30,000 plus people come in and out of here and join us for that Caballel fight today. An incredible fight. And here we are now with Iseni, who's, you know, just a level or two up from Bedoya, who can't seem to get anything going at all here. Wow. Iseni is basically fighting a guy here in Bedoya who's like not even bothering to throw a punch at him. I mean, I don't understand. I really don't understand the point of this fight. I hate to say it. I really don't understand the purpose of this fight. Matias, Subriel Matias versus Subriel Matias. Let me see. Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. Let me know who you guys think is going to win. We back, inshallah, says Agala the Dawn. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this is not good. Here we are in round 3. Bedoya barely throwing a punch. Iseni, I got a feeling, is going to probably, if he lands something of any sort of consequence coming up here, this referee probably just needs to stop in. Finally, Bedoya shows some sort of sign of life, right? But takes a couple punches, throws a couple punches on the inside and then ties up and stops. So here we are back again at a distance where, despite the fact that Bedoya has a longer reach, allegedly, he's just doing nothing. Matias versus chopped cheese. Matias versus a burger, says Agalla the Don. Oh, man, I love it. And here we go with Iseni hurting Bedoya. I could see the referee stepping in pretty soon if Bedoya doesn't start pretending he wants to be in there. Oh, my goodness. This is sad to watch. I don't know what Bedoya is doing here, you guys. I mean, if you guys are watching this, Matias versus McRibs, Matias versus my mom's chili. I got a little Matias versus Stovetop. Mom made Stovetop. Matias versus Stovetop, big dog. No, this is Matias versus Jake Paul. Oh, man. It's Iseni right now versus McRib, bro. McRib is back, and Iseni's doing work on it right now. He might break Dalton's jaw, dude. I can see that happening. Bro, because I mean, I think Dalton, I'm going to stick to my guns, man. I'm going to say Dalton Smith, but I might come out of here looking super ugly. And everything all those Puerto Ricans said about me might end up being true. But whatever, man. I'm sticking to my guns. We'll see. And I don't understand this fight right now, guys. We're in round 3 of 10. Iseni, Albanian American, just teeing off right now on Bedoya. Shout out to Bedoya, hopefully getting a decent payday out of this. But this ain't it right here. And now Bedoya is trying to wade in and throw punches. But, nah, bro. This ain't it, homies. This ain't it, homies. But yeah, this is our first fight of the night. There's 5 on the undercard scheduled before the Matias versus Dalton Smith fight. And this is just a one-sided beating. Matias versus Eddie Hearn. Oh my goodness, yes. I really think if Bedoya doesn't do anything this next round, man, this referee needs to get in there and or somebody on. Oh, he quit on the stool. I told you guys, man. I told you guys, man. He quit on his stool. I was going to say, if he goes in this next round and doesn't do something, the referee probably needs to jump in there and hit the pause button on this one. But instead, Aseni gets him out of there by basically making him quit on his stool. You know, Aseni looks okay. He looks okay, but I mean, this guy Bedoya had no shot. This kind of fight, you know, I think it just pads your record, in my opinion. Bedoya had 0 chance of winning this fight, you know, and when you win a fight like this, I mean, I don't know how much your stock goes up. Wins that one. Matias versus the whole division at the same time. I don't know, big dog. I don't know, bro. We'll see. I mean, it is in New York. You're right down the street. You could probably head to the building and go live for me as the second camera. Let me know what happens. But, yeah, this was... yeah, I don't know why this fight happened. I hate to keep harping on it, but I don't know why this fight happened right here. Yeah, Matias has not been stopped. That's true. But he's also never been 33 years old, going on 34 years old, maintaining that style, and then and he did test positive, right? Matias tested positive for a banned substance with a VADA test ahead of his title defense against Dalton Smith tonight. It was for Osterine, which is, I think, the same PED they found in Ryan Garcia. So that's always a concern. Always a concern. And the WBC still approved the fight, so maybe the amount was low. Kind of looking up that for you guys. Let me see here. Matias B sample. So the B sample also tested positive for Osterine, I'm seeing online. However, the concentration detected was below the New York State Athletics Commission's threshold for punishment, allowing the fight to proceed. Okay. So, Gala says he good for a 30. Oh, Lord Jesus. But yeah, that's never a good look. And the fight's still going forward. So, you know, if he was doing that, got some sort of benefit from it, you know, he's taking it into this fight, which will be very unfortunate if that's something that was done on purpose. Of course, I don't think I've ever seen a fighter admit to doing something like that, but it is what it is. By the way, cheers, guys. This is the Real Company green tea. I really enjoy it. Might have to hit them up, see if they give your boy a sponsorship. Agalla, man, you need to link some of your music in the chat, bro. I want to see what you're working with. Agalla the Don. So next up, we're already headed into the second fight, knuckleheads. Alberto Gavara versus Keith Cologne. See what goes on here. Yeah, he does have an exciting style, bro. He does have an exciting style. And I really, man, I love my Puerto Ricans, man. I'm always going for the American fighter, the Puerto Rican fighter, whatever it is. I am, bro. Especially when it's someone from another country coming to fight an American or Puerto Rican fighter. I go for the home team, but man, I don't know, man. I thought I saw something in Dalton. Listen, I don't want to go against my instinct. That's what the thing is, Like, I don't want to go against my instinct, bro. It's like I was the guy that said Tyson Fury was going to beat Vladimir Klitschko in Germany back then, because I just saw something in Fury, man. I said, this guy's just too long. He's got too much skill for his size. He can move too well. I also said Fabio Wardley, man. The videos are on this channel, bro. I said Fabio Wardley's going to be that guy. Stop playing with Fabio Wardley. He's that guy. And it happened. So Keith Cologne, 23 years old, versus Alberto Gavara, 35. Cologne 5'6", Gavara 5'5". Cologne's at a 3-inch reach disadvantage, 64 versus 67 inches. And that's what it is. And then Agalla the Don says, no matter what race you are, God wants you to be right with him. No matter your race, for sure, big dog. For sure. Couldn't agree more, bro. Couldn't agree more, bro. Damn. Eight rounds of boxing. Cologne versus Gavara. Looks like Gavara is from Mexico. 28-8 with 13 knockouts. Not the best record, but a very winning record from Sinaloa, Mexico. A veteran guy, man. This is the kind of guy you want to go in there with if you want to get better. Not that poor guy we saw in that last fight, man. That was rough. And here we go. Oh, this kid's from Newark. That's why everybody's going crazy for him. Cologne. Looks like maybe from Puerto Rico. Or of Puerto Rican descent. 8-0, 8 knockouts. The Tsunami. Keith Cologne, baby. Let's go. All right. We got to go with the Boricua on this one. They're already mad at me for picking up Subriel, but no, we're not going against Cologne. I'm going for Cologne here. You need your own show, bro. That's what I'm trying to do here, big dog. This is my own show, big dog. Don't nobody want to give me a show, man. This is the closest I'm gonna get. I know you know it's not about belts no more, bro. People want to see good fights for sure. For sure, bro. If that weren't the case, Jake Paul and AJ wouldn't have been the second most watched show. Oh, Inoue from Japan, bro. That dude is... Yeah, he's going to fight Junto Nakatani. Yeah, for sure. That's going to be a good one, bro. So here we go, and we're off. Round 1 of 8. Cologne, the Puerto Rican from Newark, taking on Gavara from Sinaloa. That's right. I heard Shakur's dad is Rican, so hey, I don't know about other people, but in my culture, you are what your dad is. In Arab culture, you're what your dad is, bro. Your dad's Puerto Rican, you're Puerto Rican. That's just the way it is, bro. I didn't make the rule. I just follow it. You know what I mean? Shout out Puerto Rico. Man, I love my Puerto Ricans, man. I love Dominicans, too. I'm not going to lie. My Cubans down in Miami. Miss them so much, man. Get my café cubano. Getting my pastelitos. Man, I miss that so much, bro. But he don't claim his roots because he don't know the knowledge of what we are. We're Taino, Spanish, and West African, for sure, for sure. For sure. I read a study somewhere a while back that was saying like Puerto Ricans have some of the best genetics or something like that because they have that mix. I thought it was very interesting. I think the article might have had something to do with like aging or something like that. It was very interesting stuff. So Cologne fighting smart right now, bro. Sinaloa guy, Guevara does look experienced, bro. Like, Cologne's right now 8-0 going in there against a guy with 36 fights. That's crazy. I don't care how many wins and losses. And the guy's got a good record, 28-8. I mean, this is a real tough fight for Cologne. Good on him for taking this. I'll definitely check it out. And I think earlier you said you had like, oh man, Cologne just landed a beautiful right hand. I think earlier you said you had like 50 albums. That's really cool, bro. That's really cool. Yeah, bro. Cologne looking good right now. Cologne looking on another level from a guy with 28 more fights than him. Just crazy. And that's why they say, you know, quality beats quantity, man. I believe that. I believe that. If you look up Arturo Schomburg, he is part of the Harlem Renaissance. Arturo Schomburg. He's Puerto Rican. Arturo Schomburg. Oh, I see him. Okay, Santurce, Puerto Rico. 1874, 1938, Brooklyn, New York. Historian, writer, curator, activist. Interesting. African and German descent. Very interesting. So here we go, round 2. Cologne. I like it, man. Looking comfortable on the back foot. The young New Jersey native of Puerto Rican descent looking great right now against Gavara, who's much more older, much more experienced, but is just unable to really get anything going against Cologne, who's just very, very slick right now. Looking very slick right now. Looking very good for a kid with just 8 fights. Good body shot by Cologne. I mean, this is a very technical fight here. These guys are like taking it pretty slow, taking their time. Cologne's fighting smart. Gavara trying to get something going, but seems to be having trouble with the range and the technique and the athleticism of Cologne right now. And just can't find him. Unable to do much with Cologne is Gavara right now. The broadcasters seem to be giving credit to Gavara, but I don't think he's doing much here. Cologne with a little body shot. Now he's walking Gavara down, cutting the ring off, being more active. Good little stiff jab to the body from Cologne. Another jab to the body, right hand over the top. High, low, a lot of feints. Hits Gavara to the body, and Gavara almost stumbles across the ring. Cologne looks like he's... I don't know if he's hurt Gavara or what's going on here. Gavara trying to get the ref's attention, trying to say that he was hit behind the head and so on and so forth. But he's basically running for his life right now against a guy with 28 fights less than he has. I think he might have hurt him to the body. Yeah, Gavari's body language was not good right there. My hero, WBD Dubois, Marcus Garvey. Interesting stuff. AGL, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the knowledge, big dog. I appreciate the knowledge, bro. I always like to learn new stuff. Just a curious guy. I like to learn new stuff, Now I'm going to probably go down a rabbit hole with all the stuff you put in here. But yeah, we're headed into, I believe it's round number 3 now. No, it's got to go beyond that at this point. And still early in the night, man. But yeah, we're in round number 3. This is just the second fight of the main card. We got this one, and I believe we got 3 more before the big dog comes out. 1, 2, 3, yep. And, the co-main event, Javier Cintron, that last name sounds familiar. I remember Kermit Cintron, who was a hell of a fighter, a few years back, Puerto Rican as well. I'm wondering if this is Kermit Cintron's like brother or cousin or something like that. Definitely looking forward to seeing who that is and what the relationship is there. I used to really like Cintron. I thought he was really good. Glenn Rosa says, who's next? Right now, we got Cologne versus Gavara. It's the second fight of the night. It's a pretty good fight right now for Cologne. Gavara is just getting absolutely schooled right now. I'm so proud to be Puerto Rican because we love one another for who we are. We're our family first. I gotta say, man, I had a great childhood and upbringing, and a lot of it had to do with my Puerto Rican friends. That's 100%. That's 100%, dude. I can call them right now, and if I don't speak to them for 10 years, I can call them right now, and it'd be like, you know what I mean? It would be like we never lost touch. Appreciate it. I got the Don. Appreciate it, brother. What country are you? I'm here in the United States, brother. I'm in Southern California right now, and I'm watching. I'm watching Cologne take on Gavara. It's a good fight. The fight before was a very one-sided fight. This one kind of is as well, but I would have expected a little bit more competition out of Cologne versus Gavara because, Gavara has 36 fights to his name, and he's fighting Cologne, who's only got 8. But the young Puerto Rican is taking him to school right now. He's taking him to school right now. Yeah, I think they're giving way too much credit to Gavara on the broadcast. I mean, I think he's getting dominated here. And Gavara just moving around like he doesn't want to engage in this fight. Long Beach. I'm not too far from Long Beach, as a matter of fact. I'm not too far from Long Beach at all. We used to do the open workouts for the FightersRep events in Long Beach at Hardworks by the Traffic Circle. I crowned, at least 2 champions from Long Beach. Cameron Spencer, Evan Bolton. Evan right now, I think he's ranked number 3 in the WBC in Muay Thai. Super tall, 6'4", welterweight, junior middleweight. And this fight right here is getting a little bit frustrating, I think, for Cologne, who wants to fight, but Gavara keeps moving around on him. He's not letting him do his thing. By the way, if this is your first time tuning in, guys, appreciate you being in here. Subscribe to the channel, join the channel, help me continue to grow. This is the Fighters Rep, where you get the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God, on the sport of boxing from the mind of an attorney / promoter. And we're waiting on the big one for this card, which is Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. Should be a great fight. It's for the WBC World Super Lightweight title, excuse me. And, this is going to be a real test for Dalton Smith, man. This is going to be to find out if Dalton Smith has what it takes to fight on the world level. And what an introduction to the world level. I mean, besides Jose Cepeda, who was a little bit long in the tooth when they fought, and he got Cepeda out of there in the 5th round. What an introduction to the world stage. Still West Coast. I want to take my wife to Sun City. Who's good from the West? Who got talent to you from the West? East Coast been taking over the game as far as boxing. I mean, you always got like a lot of the Mexican fighters, the Mexican American fighters. But right now, I can't really think of. I guess Murataya is pretty good. I think he fights out of here. But yeah, maybe the East Coast is doing better right now. Maybe the East Coast is doing better right now. Devin Haney, that's true. Yeah, Devin Haney, that's true. He's from the Bay Area. But I mean, he's like he's not someone that's going to get people out of there. I mean, I think he could. It's just he's got this like very timid, conservative style. And I think people don't like it. I always thought he was one of the best fighters, but it's like, man, there's only so much I could do, dude, if you keep fighting conservative, bro, and pissing people off. Like, I keep saying, like, dude, come on, pull the trigger. Because I felt like he could have gotten Regis Prograis out of there, who's a tough guy. And I felt like he could have gotten Brian Norman out of there, too. He really could have gotten Brian Norman out of there. I think he lit him off the hook. What I like about Cologne that I'm seeing right here is he's got this guy Gavara in front of him that won't stop moving, won't stop being defensive. And Cologne is trying to make something happen. Cologne is not sitting back. He's trying to make something happen. This guy's aggressive. And I like that. I like it very much. Zapata had Shakur number for a second, though. Had his daughter. I don't understand that. So coming up next, Nestor Bravo versus Pedro Campa at welterweight. 10 rounds. Should be a good one as well. This fight for me is very one-sided. This Cologne versus Gavara fight. This Gavara guy doesn't even seem like he wants to fight at this point. I feel like he's just trying to survive. Looks like he's just picking up a check. And Cologne, the young, hungry, Puerto Rican kid from New Jersey, man, from Newark, he's trying to fight, dude. So here we go into round number 5. And I feel like you got one guy that wants to fight and one guy that just kind of wants to survive. Like everyone be using Mexico as the step. That's the that's kind of the problem with boxing. Like, people fell in love so much with the undefeated record that they know they can go to some other countries. I know a coach that used to go down to Dominican Republic. Some people go down to South America. Some people go down to Mexico. They'll go down there and they'll get their fighter to 10-0. 5-0, 15-0, then they'll bring him to the United States, get him a couple more fights, and then they'll try to sell him to a promoter. And they know that they're gonna win down there because, you can give people, with the difference in the currency, you can give people a few $100 and they'll jump at the opportunity to fight, and then you just build your record, you pad your record with guys that really had no shot. Cologne really started to, I feel like, catch up with Gavara here. I like what Cologne's doing here. He's really walking this dude down. He's had enough of the running away. He's walking this dude down. Yeah, like everyone thinks Mexicans fight a certain way, for sure. For sure, because, Canelo doesn't fight like, Jorge Arce, doesn't fight like Julio Cesar Chavez, doesn't fight like, Salvador Sanchez, and the list goes on and on and on. So you're absolutely right about that. Agallah, you're absolutely right, my bro. So let's see here. Cologne, man, let me tell you something. I love this kid, Cologne, what he's doing, man. One guy's trying to stink the place out by just running and surviving, and Cologne's not letting him, man. He's cornering him. He's making this dude fight. He's making this veteran of 36 fights fight him. Nasty body shots. Just knocked him down in the 5th round. I love this, bro. Oh, my goodness. Referee gives him a standing 8 count. Cologne attacking. Bam. Body shots, headshots. Referee needs to call it, bro. Dropped him again. Another standing 8 count. I don't know what we're talking about here. I don't know what we're doing. This fight's over, ref. This guy doesn't want to fight. The round is over. We're back in the corner. We might have another retire on the stool situation here, guys. Can I do interviews on here? Absolutely, man. I do interviews. I've done interviews on this channel so many times, dude. When Manny Robles, the coach that got Andy Ruiz to become the first Mexican heavyweight, when they did that, I interviewed him afterwards, and then I interviewed him also when Andy Ruiz left. So, you know, I've interviewed some pretty decent names on here. Manny Robles, Regis Prograis, Sergey Bohachuk. You know, I've had some people on here for sure. Murtazaliev's coach, Roma Kalantarian. I forgot Murtazaliev. He trains out here, but he's from, I believe he's from Chechnya. But he trains out here, and his coach is Armenian. He's a buddy of mine. His name is Roma Kalantarian. A lot of good Armenian, like MMA fighters and stuff out here. And Kalantarian has been interviewed on here before as well. Man, they need to end this shit, bro. Look, now Gavara's complaining about low blows. Oh, man, this is terrible, you guys. This is terrible. Andy's from Carson. For real? I didn't know. I thought it was from, like, Riverside or something. I don't even know, but I thought it was a shame, man, when he... Oh, man, if you guys see what Gavara just called the low blow, I don't know if I believe this guy, man. I don't think this guy wants to be in there with this kid, man. Come on, Cologne. Get this guy out of here, bro. This guy doesn't want to fight. Oh, Cologne is going straight Caballel right now. He's going right for the body. No, I don't know what Gavara's doing, you guys, to be honest. I thought this fight was over. Cologne just needs one good body shot. I feel like one good body shot and it's a wrap. Every time he gets hit to the body, he wraps Cologne up. Does Gavara. Oh my God. Some of these undercard fights are just goofy today, you guys. I thought the one in Germany, the card in Germany, the Caballel card, had some fun fights on the undercard. But this one here is a little bit weird. And I keep thinking this is in Puerto Rico because all the Puerto Rican flags are the rig ropes. But this is in New York. I lived in Carson. They had fights by the college, USC. That's true. That's true. I think it's called the Dignity Health Arena or something like that now. It's like an outdoor thing. He would fight, come hang out after. He's a natural puncher. Dude, Andy's got incredible hand speed for a guy his size. Here we go with the third knockdown now. Cologne over Gavara. I don't know what we're doing here. Gavara keeps getting up. I don't know for what. I don't see the point of this fight continuing. I see Oscar Valdez on the sideline probably doing the Spanish broadcast with, is that Poncher? Cristina Poncher? I think they're probably doing a Spanish broadcast. I think she did it for Top Rank. I could be wrong, though. Andy is special, dude. Andy is special, man. He's got crazy hand speed and good power, too. I wasn't surprised at all when he became heavyweight champ. I actually thought Andy Ruiz beat Joseph Parker when Parker was the champ the first time. Joseph Parker's another guy I like, but he lost fair and square to Wardley, although I didn't love that stoppage either. We had another goofy stoppage in the heavyweight division today with the Caballel fight. I don't like stoppages like that because I feel like it takes away from what the guys are doing. But either way, I think Kaniba was on his way out. Caballel was coming on real strong before that fight landed. Andy's special for real. Yeah, bro, he's a talent you can't train. Yeah, you can't train that kind of hand speed. That's the kind of stuff that people, they got it or they don't. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff people got it or they don't for sure. Yep. Head movement, power. And it's crazy because you would look at him and you would never guess. Okay, here we go. Gavara, once again, moving laterally, avoiding the fight, charging in a real ugly way, getting dropped again. Referee calling it off. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. So, Keith Cologne, the young Puerto Rican out of Newark, New Jersey, shows you how it's done by literally chasing this guy down to like get him out of there. I mean, and now the guy, Gavara, is saying he felt like he got hit in the back of the head. I felt like he was moving the entire time. And Cologne is sitting here like chasing this guy down to make him fight. It's crazy. Great win for Keith Cologne. Another knockout win. I want to say he's 9-0 with 9 knockouts now. He went after it, man. That's what I really like. I love how Andy connects off head movement. When he beat AJ, he had no footwork, but when it got hot in the pocket, he let it go for sure. For sure. So Cologne with the win. Even in spite of the goofy tactics of Gavara, very defensive, kind of stunk it up. And yeah, maybe he did get hit in the back of the head, but I mean, he was like bent over. He was bent over and I don't know, maybe stumbling across the ring. I mean, I don't know what this guy Gavara was doing here. Yeah, we need to see some more competitive fights on this card. They're playing Aguanile now on the. They're playing Aguanile for the Puerto Ricans now. I think on the PA. I think I hear Mark Anthony. I don't know what I'm listening to anymore. So next up, Nestor Bravo, Pedro Campa, welterweights. Pastelitos and empanadas, bro. Oh, man, don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started. You know, I had my kids playing baseball, and one of the moms hooked it up with tamales from Mexico and from El Salvador, man. Those things were good, bro. Those things were money. Those things were money, big dog. The Salvadoran ones, I had to, they were wrapped in aluminum. She said, oh, boil them for like 10 to 12 minutes. And the Mexican ones were in like corn husks, but the Salvadoran ones were in like a banana leaf, you know? Oh, and this doesn't happen a lot to me out here on the West Coast, but the wifey bought plátano. So I'm pretty excited about that because I'm going to get to eat some plátano with the steak I grill up next time. So it's going to be plátano. But yeah, good win for Cologne, man. I'm actually like very impressed by the way he fought this fight against a guy that I felt was just trying to survive this fight, that didn't want to be in there. We've seen in the past guys who just try to survive and could really stink up a fight. And Cologne didn't let him, bro. Shout out Cologne. I like it. And good hard shots to the body. He went to the body real hard, this kid. It's looking good. Good stuff from Keith Cologne, bro. Guys, if this is your first time in here, please subscribe. Join the channel. Help me continue to grow. It's just $9.99 a month. If not, any super chats. Help me continue to build the channel. Dropping content almost on the daily. Sometimes it's goofy. Sometimes it's insightful. But it's always entertaining here at FightersRep, where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about the sport of boxing from the mind of a promoter / attorney. Your presence is greatly appreciated, and I love that you guys are in here. You can also get your FightersRep merchandise in the link below. I got shirts, sweaters, mugs, whatever they got over there at Teespring with the FightersRep logo on it. So I greatly appreciate you guys. And here is Subriel Matias arriving to the arena. I think it's the Barclays in New York. Almost like a hometown fight, really, when you have a Puerto Rican fighting in New York. The stadium is going to be filled with Puerto Rican fans. But the English are good fans, too. I don't think you're going to have as many, but they're good fans, too. They travel, and they're showing Dalton Smith right now walk into the arena. He's soaking it in. He's seeing how big it is, along with Eddie Hearn. This is the real deal, buddy. You better be ready. You better prove me right, Dalton Smith. You better prove me right, dude. Man. Yo, can you save me a plate next time? Joking. Hell yeah, I'll save you a plate, man. I'm a griller too, dude. I got a gala. I got that stainless steel Weber, bro. With the stainless steel grates. I said, man, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this right, man. And you're right on the money with lamb chops on the grill, bro. That's actually my father-in-law. If you tell him there's lamb chops on the grill, that's how I can attract him, bro. That's like the bat signal. I can put lamb chops on the grill and just start fanning the smell, and it'll get to him, and he'll be over within 10 minutes. We love lamb chops on the grill, bro. That stuff is so good. Veggies on the grill for sure. My lady, she likes asparagus on there. I love, tomatoes, onions on the grill. I like all that kind of stuff. Garlic, all of that, bro. All of that stuff. I love it. Let's go, the murderer Matias. Pedro Campa. Coming from a TKO victory against Arturo Herrera. So let's see what this guy's got going on here. This is our third fight of the night we're going into. On the pay-per-view for Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. And we've got Nestor Bravo versus Pedro Campa, who are going to be campaigning in the welterweight division. A division that I love, to be honest. Behind the heavyweight division, I think welterweight is one of the glamour divisions of the sport of boxing. Chop cheese, Dalton Smith. Chopped cheese, Dalton Smith, bro. Jacket potato, Dalton Smith. With tuna and beans and all kinds of stuff on it that they eat out there in the UK. That shit is wild, bro. And here comes Nestor Bravo. I want to say, does every fight have at least one Puerto Rican fighter in it? No. The Aseni fight didn't. They had the Albanian in there. But Bravo, I had a Puerto Rican friend with the last name Bravo growing up down in Miami, so let's see. Former WBC Latino champion at 135 pounds, Nestor Bravo. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Still buzzing, man. I'm still buzzing after that Caballero card, and that was crazy. You know, we ended up having over 31,000 people tune in to the Fight Companion. This is just our second Fight Companion ever, and that was our first earlier in the day. And over 31,000 people tuned in. I want to say the majority were probably Kurdish. How can we watch the fight, says Kamil John Shermatov. My brother, the way you watch the fight, you got to go buy the pay-per-view. I believe it might be on DAZN outside of the United States. But if not, you got to watch. You got to buy the pay-per-view as far as I know. Obviously, I'm not going to give you some advice on any other ways to watch the fight. I'm not going to do that. But you buy the pay-per-view or you get DAZN. Nestor Bravo, 32 years old versus Campa, 33, 5'9" versus 5'8", looking like a pretty physically even fight as far as the dimensions go. How can you and your family, me and my wife, will appreciate you, man. Same here, Agullah. Same here, my brother. Your hat, does it represent what country? Cletero says. So, you know, my parents are from the Middle East. My grandparents actually wore these. So I do it just as, you know, an homage and, you know, just to liven up the YouTube a bit. You know, it's got a little bit of jewelry on it. It's fun. So, you know, just giving a little bit of pizzazz, you know, giving the channel a little bit of flavor, giving a little bit of, you know, a little bit of fun with this hat while it's also an homage, you know. I got a whole outdoor view of NYC. We can cook and chill. No, just grill and chill. Matias is Dominicano, bro. He lived in PR, but he Dominicano. For real? I didn't know that. I thought Matias was just Puerto Rican. But here we go. Pedro Campa. Yup. Bravo from Arecibo, Puerto Rico. I had a feeling. Nestor Bravo, 23-1, 16 knockouts. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, bro. One day I want to. We're all family, Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, says AG Allah the Don. Bro, one day I want to be able to tell stories about my basketball coach in high school, Hugo Cabrera, who I believe was one of the first Latinos to be ever in the NBA. And, bro, the way he coached us. Oh my God, bro. Like, I still think about it to this day. The stuff the shit he would say to us, bro. He was the best coach I ever had in my life, by far. But the stuff he would say to us was part of the reason probably why. And it was so funny, bro. And it was so harsh. I mean, it was something that just would not work in this generation. I think Dalton Chance depends of how much power his punches. Glenn Rosas, I think you're right, man. I think you're right, and I think that's going to be important. If he's not able to keep Subriel Matias off of him, because Matias is a wood chipper with boxing gloves on it, bro. If he's not able to keep Matias off of him, it's going to be really bad. So Bravo and Campa are winging shots on each other right now, right? This is Mexico versus Puerto Rico. You know what happens when Mexican and Puerto Rican fighters go at it in boxing, bro. No backward step right now. These guys are going after it, which is refreshing because those last couple fights were not competitive at all. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a rough fight. Good left hand by Bravo. Landed there. Lands a big right, then goes to the body before Campa wraps him up along the ropes. They're working inside, man. These guys trying to kill each other's gas tank here. Bravo winging shots. Bravo's winging shots right now. Oh, just hit Campa with a big left. Oh. Bravo is landing clean shots, guys. Bravo is landing clean shots. So Bravo's definitely taking his first round. I mean, Campa's trying to stand there and trade with him. But the Puerto Rican getting the better of this one. To the delight of the crowd in New York. Oh my goodness. Like Bravo landing some stiff shots on Campa right now, you guys. Big winging shots from Bravo. You know, Campa trying to just deal with him with the high guard, but he's able to get around him. Big right and left to end a round for Bravo. And that's round number one, and that's a 10-9 round for Bravo. Campa better do something quick, or he's going to get taken out of there. So, Knuckleheads, if this is your first time watching, welcome to our second ever Fight Companion live with the FightersRep. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, join the channel. It's greatly appreciated. We are on the main card, on the undercard of Matias versus Smith. And, wow, Bravo landing some vicious punches against Pedro Campa. Right now, Nestor Bravo versus Pedro Campa at welterweight. This is the third fight of the evening. And we got two more before we get to Matias versus Smith, which is the main event of the evening. This is live from New York at the Barclays. And hell of a fight. Appreciate you being in here, Purnell, today. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe if you haven't already. And Bravo is just, he's just teeing off on Campa so far in this fight. Campa better do something else, because what he's doing right now is not working for him. He is in range of all of Bravo's punches. He's not understanding the range, and Bravo's kind of landing at will, and he's landing big power shots. Wrapping each other up right now. It's getting physical in there. Bravo lands another big winging right hand. Campa just can't get out the way. Now Campa's trying to walk Bravo down, but oh my goodness, he gets caught with a big left uppercut and knocked out flat on his face. And Bravo does a back handspring to celebrate in the ring. Wow. Brutal is right. I think he landed two left uppercuts in a row. The second one, man, the second one put Campa to sleep. Wow. Wow, that was Dude, Compa was... Dude, Compa's on another planet right now, bro. Hope he's okay. Oh, my God. Nestor Bravo from Puerto Rico. Oh, man. Wow. Great, great, great finish by Nestor Bravo, man. Emphatic knockout. Here's the replay. Oh, it was a left hook. Oh, guys. Compa goes straight to the floor, face first. Left uppercut, then left hook is what it was. And it was that left hook, the second punch, that put the lights out. Lights out, you guys. Wild stuff. Wild, wild stuff. Man, that was a brutal knockout. Wow. Impressive, impressive knockout for Nestor Bravo. I mean, I'm not saying Nestor Bravo's going to be a factor at welterweight. I don't know about that. You know, at least he can maybe fight for some sort of title at some point, but I don't think I didn't see anything that like blew me away. But he definitely made that entertaining. He definitely made that entertaining. That was a lot of fun. Round 2 knockout for Bravo. Winner by knockout. 1 minute and 23 seconds of round number 2. Wow. Arecibo, Puerto Rico. He's in there dancing. He's loving it. I love it. Oh, man, them Puerto Ricans going to chop me up if Dalton Smith loses tonight, boy. Them Puerto Ricans going to eat me alive. Fresh Productions Boxing is who he's shouting out, saying he's signed to the best company in Puerto Rico. Brutal left hook. I mean, put the guy to sleep. Turn the lights completely out. Turn the lights out. Giving his post-fight interview right now. Guys, welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, this is the Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith Fighters Rep live fight companion. I'm your host, the Fighters Rep, aka the Fighters Rep Fez. And we just watched a brutal Brutal knockout by Nestor Bravo over Pedro Campa. First round. Brutal. Keep shouting out Fresh Production Boxing. I guess that's the company that won the bid for this fight. I love it. I love it. Giving the glory to God, giving the glory to Jesus is what Nestor Bravo is saying after that emphatic knockout win. That's why people tune in. That is why people tune into boxing right there, guys. I mean, that was brutal. Brutal. Campa was out. And then Bravo doing a couple backflips in the ring afterwards. Back handsprings. Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good way to that's a really good way to get this card going, man. Really good way to get this card going. And I'm starting to worry about my prediction, man. Starting to worry about my prediction, knuckleheads. More's up, says Agala the Don. Starting to worry about my prediction. I thought I saw something special in Dalton Smith, so I'm going to stick to it. I thought I saw, some brilliance there as far as boxing goes, at least a little bit more than I see in Matias, who's just kind of a mauler and a brawler. Never been a person to pick that sort of style over the more technical style. But it's effective, man. He gets it done. Shout out to Fudger trying to find a stream for the UK. Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you. Matias versus Taco Tuesday. I hear you, Fudger, man. I hear you, man. Matias is looking very relaxed. They're showing him in the locker room right now, and he's looking very relaxed. Dalton can't fight, says Purnell today. I feel like Dalton can fight, man. Still think it's going to be a close fight. I still think Dalton, just because of the age, I'm going to stick with my prediction. But if Matias goes in there and just puts him in the wood chipper, I'm not going to be surprised. But I felt like going out there on a limb and, felt like I was potentially seeing something with Dalton Smith. I really did. I think Dalton Smith's a hell of a fighter. I do. Matias versus a great white shark. Dalton can't fight. Matias versus Carnes. Oh, man. Don't tempt me with a good time. I got a carne asada. I love me some carne asada, brother. But some UK dude. He should change his name to Chopped Cheese, bro. Damn. I love some chopped cheese, I'll tell you that much. Javier Cintron. I guess this guy fought for a title back in 2019, they're saying. And that's the next fight of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, after this fight, Javier Cintron versus Victor Efrain Sandoval. Then we go to the co-main event, which is Emmanuel Rodriguez versus Fernando Diaz. And then the big dogs come out. Looks like Sandoval is Mexican. Coming out with the Mexican flag. So we might have another Mexico versus Puerto Rico fight. That ends in dramatic fashion like the last one did. And Victor Sandoval's coming allegedly from a TKO victory against Edgar Pulido. See what you guys are saying in the chat, bro. Watch Dalton. Since the amateurs, guys, he is a big puncher and has better skills than Matias. For sure, he has better skills. I mean, but I think a lot of people have better skills than Matias. Matias doesn't win on skill, though, bro. Like, that's what's got me nervous. You know, I predicted Dalton Smith to win this. But that's what's got me nervous, man, is Matias, man, is just a buzzsaw, bro. Dalton, my fault, son. You ain't Matias worthy. Look, Matias is the guy you don't want to run into. Matias is a tough guy for sure. Still going with Dalton. You know, because I don't want to be the guy in the flip-flop. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll eat it, bro. I've been wrong before. And I'm going to show you guys that when you're wrong, it's okay to be wrong and admit you're wrong. It's okay to be wrong and admit you're wrong. This dude Cintron looks serious. I don't see Kermit Cintron in his corner, but he's got the same last name, so I'm wondering if there's any sort of relationship there. And just so you guys know, we do go live Monday, me and Ignorant Behavior. We go live Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific time, so we'll be live tomorrow to talk about these fights. Some more after the dust settles. Talk about the Caballo fight that happened today. That was an excellent fight. Or an excellent performance, rather. It was a really fun card, too. And we'll be talking about this one. Two-time boxing Olympian, London 2012, Rio 2016, is Javier Cintron. So we'll see what he's got going on. If I had a taco truck, I'd drive the other way if I seen Matias. Liam Paro schooled Matias, says FIFA Jr. Matias overrated from you guys. Say you get lost and go down a wrong street. Name Matias. It's a dead end on that street. Plenty better guys at 140 pounds, says FIFA Jr. Even with the extra juice, that's a pretty freaking funny one. Bad night for Matias. Paro was scared. He ain't want that pressure. He was running scared. Look at Paro eye now from the French guy. So 30 versus 29 years old. Cintron a year older, 3 inches taller at 5'6". Got a 3-inch reach advantage, and came in a pound heavier at 117 3/4 versus 116 1/2 for Victor Sandoval, who looks very excited to be there. But a two-time Olympian is Cintron, so let's see what happens. Matias is going to make you see why he don't care. Sandoval looks really happy to be there, guys. Like, he's like really happy to be there. All right. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled. From Tijuana. 38 wins, 5 losses, 24 knockouts. From Tijuana, Mexico, Victor Sandoval. Looks extremely hyper, by the way. And from Bayamon, Puerto Rico, Javier Cintron. 13 wins, 1 loss, 6 knockouts. But last fought 427 days ago. I don't like that. Been over a year since the guy fought. Been over a year since this guy fought. I love watching Matias, but he is limited and can be beaten. Nothing special. Dalton will experience real pressure. That's true. That's absolutely true. I definitely think this is going to be the toughest fight of Dalton Smith's career. I mean, this is not a style that he's seen before at all. Don't be surprised, guys, if Dalton puts Matias on the back foot. See, that's another thing. I predicted Smith would win a decision in a very close fight. But my backup prediction was he potentially stops Smith. Because I do see some pop. I do see something in Dalton, man. I could be proven totally wrong today. And I'd be okay with it because I think it's a very close fight. I was saying close to 50-50. At first I was saying 55-45, but realistically it's probably closer to 51-49. And Sandoval of Mexico comes out swinging on Cintron. Comes out winging and knocks Cintron down in the first round, winging a right and then a left hook. And it's a legitimate knockdown, guys. Cintron, is he hurt? I told you guys, this Sandoval guy came out way hyper. And he's just trying to knock this guy out now. Now they're just trying to knock each other out. It's rock'em sock'em. It is rock'em sock'em. Wow. Dude, Sandoval and Cintron going absolutely nuts here in this first round. Sandoval trying to get him out of there because he thinks he hurt him. Oh, and now Cintron knocks Sandoval down. Oh my God, you guys, this is going to be like one of those like craziest rounds of the year. Oh my God, bro. Here we go again. He's back from oh, and Sandoval gets dropped again. And he's very upset with himself because he knows he should have probably been patient after knocking Cintron down the first time. And now he's gassed himself out and he's hurt. Cintron going in there. Now Cintron going in there for the finish most likely. Dropped him again. 3 knockdowns. 4 knockdowns total. 3 knockdowns for Cintron now. Insane. You guys, oh my God. That's what happens when you're too hyper at the boxing ring, bro. That's what happens when you're too hyper in the boxing ring. Cintron trying to end this shit right now. It's over. Wow. It's over. Cintron knocks out Sandoval after getting dropped in the opening sequence. Puerto Ricans going absolutely nuts in the stands. This might have been a round of the year. This might have been a round of the year. Mark Pittsmore, Owl YouTube, Sheffield, Great Boxing City, and the new Let's Go Dalton Smith, call him One-Eyed Paro. Hope so, Mark. Shout out to all the peeps in the UK in the chat. Appreciate you guys being in here. Please subscribe and join If you haven't already, I just watched a round of the year contender between Cintron and Sandoval, where Sandoval came out, dropped Cintron in the opening sequence. Cintron kept his composure and was able to come back and stop Sandoval when the referee waved it off after, I believe it was 4 knockdowns. Absolutely crazy. Get the grill ready, bro. I'll beat Paro of my age. Oh my God. G'day, mate. Great coverage. Watching your watch along from Bendigo, Victoria, Australia. Shout out to you, Mortal McFly, man. Much appreciated, my brother. I hope you caught the Caballel fight earlier today. It was my first ever fight companion live at FightersRep. Was today with the Caballel fight. I decided to start doing it this weekend. I don't know why. I hadn't done this before. And this is my second one ever. Same day, 2 in 1 day. Now we're at Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. And man, it looked like it was over for Cintron in this fight. And for him to come back and win is crazy. Man, damn, I wish I could see it. Will subscribe, bro. I'm from Scotland. Shout out Scotland, man. I love it. FIFA Junior, I love it, brother. Next fight at Hillsborough Stadium. Let's go Dalton Smith, Steel City, Sheffield in the house. Good night, Irene, says AG. I love the Don. Mark, you from the UK? If so, have you got a stream? Man, you guys. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. This is crazy. This is crazy. These fights are starting to pick up for sure. I mean, that was really entertaining. That could have gone either way. That was a shootout. It was a shootout, dude. They just had a duel in the ring. Sandoval just was not able to recover the way Cintron was. And the Puerto Rican comes out on top of another fun fight and another knockout. 2 knockouts in a row in the Mexico versus Puerto Rico saga. And the saga continues, bro. Mexico, Puerto Rico saga. The saga continues, bro. I love it. And Sandoval's happy. He got stopped, but he's just excited to have been in there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Tonight's recipe, Matias stew. They're like shaking each other's hand and they're like excited about the fight that they just put on where they nearly knocked each other out 10 times. Wild stuff, you guys. Wild, wild stuff. So next up, after that head knocker, is the co-main event of the evening. Emmanuel Rodriguez versus Fernando Diaz. And after, we're basically just, there's only one fight between us and Matias versus Smith. So, exciting stuff. Exciting stuff, guys. Hey, you guys making me hungry with all the stew and soup talk and grilling and everything else. Making me hungry, man. We're making friends in here. I can't believe how Emmanuel Rodriguez has gone downhill. Thought he would be pound for pound fighter. Watching on DAZN, bro. Sheffield, England. Damn, man. You guys got it on DAZN in America. It's not on DAZN, man. Gotta get this goofy thing on pay-per-view, bro. So annoying, bro. Just put that shit on DAZN and stop playing, bro. Got me paying for DAZN and 20 million other things. Is it on DAZN outside of the U.S.? It might be. In the U.S., didn't get so lucky. Did not get so lucky. Did not. Let's see what's going on here. Virus take over here. Man, you guys making me hungry in the chat. Oh. 52 quid for me. Yeah, man, it's expensive, man. Watching these fights is expensive, and I doubt they got a lot of buys for this one. They should have just kept it on they should have just kept it on DAZN. This was a bad idea. Cintron super happy after that knockout win, bro. Coming back the way he did. I mean, his career flashed before his eyes when he got dropped like that. $87 Aussie dollar for me. What's the exchange rate looking like right now, guys? UK, America, Australia. Let me know if you guys know. I'm curious to see. And also, what do you think happens tonight? I mean, we obviously have a Gala the Don's opinion as to who's going to win tonight. Who do you guys is going to think, or who do you guys think is going to win tonight, and how? Between Matias and Smith. Fight I'm very excited about, to be honest. Oh, man. Oh, man. Who you guys got? Who's going to win this? Who's going to win this fight tonight, and in what fashion? In what fashion? Knockout, stoppage, TKO, KO. Is the referee going to step in there and stop the fight? Is something else going to happen? What do you guys think is going to happen tonight? That shit is stupid right now. FIFA Junior, I made the same exact prediction, bro. I made the same exact prediction. I hope I'm not wrong. In my prediction video, I was being absolutely torched by Puerto Rican fans, bro. It was wild, bro. It was wild. All right. Yeah, no one has stopped Matias. That's true. That's true. See, that's the scary part. Stew time, y'all. Got to consider this part of the show, a cooking segment. Matias 3, body shot, according to Purnell today. Dude, you might be 100% right. Dalton Smith, unanimous decision or late stoppage. That's what I thought. Not seeing a chin or stamina issue for Dalton, and skill-wise is chalk and cheese. Kind of agree with that. I think Dalton Smith KOs Matias by body shot, says Marto McFly. Dalton's a fantastic body puncher. Man, y'all think what y'all want. No one to stop Matias. See, that's true. Dalton is chopped cheese with onions. Matias, dangerous fighter, Agala, but limited. Toast the bread, get the toppings. It's Matias cooking Dalton. Promise y'all. Round 5-6 stoppage, Matias. We shall see, ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation. Let's see here. They're showing highlights of the weigh-in. Anyway, so what we have next, Emmanuel Rodriguez, Fernando Diaz, co-main event. And I'm ready to get the party started, man. I really am ready to get the party started. I want to watch Matias Smith, bro. Matias could get frustrated when the rounds slip away from him. Plátanos, dude. Who doesn't love plátanos, bro? I kind of feel sorry for people who've never tried plátanos or tostones. I even like tostones. Those are money too. If you don't win, I'm upset. It's okay, brother. It's okay. We can't win them all, big dog. Yep. All right. So Rodriguez warming up right now. Manny. And another Mexico versus Puerto Rico fight, bro. Man. This should be a fun one. This should be a fun one. Dalton is a lamb. Manny Rodriguez, Fernando Diaz. Here we go. Co-main event of the evening, Puerto Rico versus Mexico. You can't close your eyes, bro. You can't blink. Matias is a honey badger. Dalton can shoot, and Matias won't be affected. Diaz making the walkout first, of course. El Leoncito, the little lion. Exciting stuff. I will say, I could be wrong, but the arena don't look like Caballo's arena, bro. That arena for Caballo was crazy today, you guys. My goodness. You know, we need to get on top of our boxing here in the United States, guys. We need to appreciate these fighters. Man, Kurdistan came out for Caballo today, man. It was wild. You guys should have seen how many people were in this chat. It was nuts. Manny Rodriguez coming out with Rocky Martinez in his corner, bro. Another Puerto Rican champion, so that's pretty cool. Two-time bantamweight world champion, Emmanuel Rodriguez. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see if Rodriguez can right the recent wrongs in his career. Ah, man, it's making me... All this music they're playing in the background, man, it's making me miss Miami so much, bro. I love the Caribbean. I love Miami, bro. I love South Florida. I love those people, bro. Makes you miss it. Makes you miss it. Co-main event. Brought to you by Fresh Productions. El Leoncito. Let's see it. Well, listen, Barkley, we broke. We're a third world country now. You better take your rich ass to Barkley, Agala. I don't want to hear that shit. Sneak the chopped cheese in, big dog, in the jacket. Just put it in the jacket. Sneak it in. With a monster energy. Stand outside and cheer at least. Damn, that's where we're at. Damn, that's where we're at, Agala. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. Estamos de madre. Here we go. Going for the Puerto Rican on this one, bro. Only because I picked Dalton Smith, and only because when it's Puerto Rico or the United States fighting, I go with Puerto Rico or the United States. Very rare that I don't, bro. Very rare that I don't. 22 wins, 3 losses with 13 knockouts. Emmanuel Rodriguez hasn't fought in 616 days. I don't like that level of layoff. But it is what it is. Barkley is bum juice, bro. The drink more than the seats. I'm good on Barkley. I hear you. Lebanon Ball Official says Mick Tizon. And it's Jenna says, hi. Hi, guys. Appreciate you guys being in here. You know, I love you guys. You guys are hilarious for being in here, bro. Mike, not Mick, bro. Oh, man, this chat is so goofy, bro. This chat is getting goofy. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Join the channel. Help me continue to grow. We're going to be doing this fight companion thing for all the big fights. We used to go live afterwards, but I figure it might be a better idea to just go live during. And, of course, Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific, we go live for the Fighters Rep podcast where, you know, we talk about what happened over the weekend, make some predictions going forward. Then during the week, I'm constantly dropping, you know, content, whether it's goofy shorts or whether it's boxing, boxing videos, mostly, you know, my opinions on the sport and on upcoming fights and on situations going on in boxing. So please subscribe. Join the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. Also got some merch. Got a membership you could join if you want to support. And greatly appreciate you guys, man. If you just want to hang out, subscribe, man. I'm cool with that too, man. You don't got to spend nothing. You know? It's all love, dude. We're just creating a brotherhood and a community here. For people that love the fights and love to talk and are not toxic. We don't want toxic people in here. That's the only thing we don't want is toxicity. With garlic sauce on it. You heard? Take a garlic now home, son. Nice, Fez. There he is. Until yes, man. I appreciate you being in here, brother. Appreciate you being in here, man. Thank you for complimenting my Fez. It's got jewelry in it that helps me, that shines. You see, whenever it shines, that's more prediction powers going into my head. And more people subscribing. That's what it is. So right now, Rodriguez and Diaz doing their thing. And Rodriguez drops Diaz in the first round with a counter left hand. Is Diaz hurt? Rodriguez looking good after that layoff. Rodriguez looking good. And Rodriguez Pretty technical and basic here. 1, 2. Whipping that hook, going to the body, going to the head. Rodriguez looking much sharper right now than Diaz. Ooh, good 1-2 from Rodriguez. Diaz looks hurt. I love it. I love what I'm seeing from Rodriguez. If this is your first time, knucklehead, subscribe, join. He's got Roman Rocky Martinez in his corner, former Puerto Rican champion in boxing as well. Nice to see him in a corner doing his thing, still involved with the sport. I used to really enjoy him, had a lot of heart. And Rodriguez looking good, man. Beautiful left hook. It was actually a left hook counter as Diaz was on the attack himself. Got caught coming in and got dropped. Bang. And Rodriguez hit him with a couple other big left hooks. Definitely caught Diaz's attention. Oh, man. They just stopped or paused the fight for all the ice in Fernando Diaz's corner. They're making him wipe it off because somebody's going to slip and fall on the canvas for sure. So, good idea. Good jabs from Diaz, but here comes Rodriguez now. Rodriguez just waited for Diaz to make a mistake and counter him. Diaz a little bit more cautious now after getting dropped in that first round. And shooting the jab, but it seems to have very little effect on the bigger and stronger looking Rodriguez. Let's see if he could turn the tide in his favor. Good little body shot by Rodriguez, man. He's finding his moments and his spots in between these punches, and he's looking good. And Rodriguez is the one that's walking Diaz down, and whenever Diaz pushes forward, he just doesn't seem physically strong enough to really move Rodriguez back. Rodriguez, some good body work, good combination punches. Rodriguez landing some good shots on Diaz right now, guys. I mean, they're saying he's trying to be the first guy to stop Diaz, and I can see that happening. This is, wow. Yeah. Rodriguez out here. Rodriguez out here trying to make it 3-0 for Puerto Rico versus Mexico tonight. That's what he's trying to do. And stalking Diaz at the end of this second round after dropping him in the first and landing a nice body shot. Really mixing it up is Emmanuel Rodriguez. Looking good out there. You got to do breakdowns from your lives. Like tomorrow, have your recap up of today. You got a good brand here, bro. No lie, I'm rocking with it. I appreciate it very much, AG, man. Definitely, yeah. I'm thinking of doing like, maybe like a little recap tomorrow of each fight, the main events. And then on Mondays I go live with Ignite Behavior. You'll like him. He's a funny dude. Uh One of the guys I grew up with down in Miami. Big boxing head. Also played football. He was playing football in high school. I played basketball, so that's how we know each other. Really funny dude. And yeah, Diaz gonna need to do something big to get Rodriguez's respect here, because it's about to be a hat trick for the Puerto Ricans going into the main event if this keeps up. Totally dominant, the broadcasters are saying, and they're right. They're absolutely right. Neck's getting a little sore here, but they're absolutely right. Rodriguez dominating this fight so far. And Fernando Diaz just, I don't know. I don't know if he has the physicality. I don't know if he has the tools to do anything with Rodriguez. He looks like he's a weight class below. So it's Puerto Rico versus Mexico right now. And Puerto Rico's looking to go up 3-0. Rodriguez walking him down. Got Diaz moving along the ropes. Rodriguez the aggressor. Rodriguez landing cleaner punches. Rodriguez landing more volume. Rodriguez dominating this fight right now. Got a knocked out in the first round. Diaz finally landed a good shot there. Sneaky little right hand over the lead hand of Rodriguez. But very little effect. Diaz is trying. You got to give him credit, but another good body shot by Rodriguez, man. Rodriguez going to the head now. Landing. Rodriguez landing a lot of shots now. So this was looking like Diaz's best round, but then Rodriguez came alive a little bit and looks to have taken over again. Rodriguez can't stop landing. Diaz needs to keep pumping that jab because that's the only thing he's having a little bit of success with. Another round for Rodriguez, if you ask me. So Knuckleheads, if this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel, join the channel, help me continue to grow Fighters Rep. This is our first ever fight companion live with the Fighters Rep for boxing. We did Agit Kabayel earlier today in Germany. That fight was absolutely insane with Kabayel, getting Kaniba out of there earlier than I predicted. I thought Kabayel would win and probably get a stoppage between round 8 and 10. That was my prediction. But he went in there and got him out in 3 rounds. And here we are. Second ever live fight companion of the day. Second ever, but it's the second one of the day as well. Because I couldn't miss this Matias versus Smith fight. And good or bad, I predicted Matias to lose this fight, so we'll see as Rodriguez continues to land on Diaz here. Diaz looking pretty good here. I mean, Rodriguez looking pretty good here at the start of the fourth round. I mean, Diaz is being a little bit more cautious. Just got caught with a nice 2-1. Just got caught with another couple twos. Diaz having a hard time getting out the way of that right hand. He's got his hands up, but his defense just not that effective. Big body shot by Rodriguez. Diaz finally lands a couple punches, I mean, but they're very few and far between, guys. Another good body shot by Rodriguez, man, who's looking pretty good. Oh, my goodness. Rodriguez with a feint and a nasty right hand lands clean on Diaz. Diaz seems to be taking these shots a little bit better now. He's expecting the power now. He knows what to expect, and he knows what's coming. It's not surprising him like it did at the beginning of the fight. Diaz finally lands a little bit of a combination, but it's short-lived, and Rodriguez right back on top of him. Good jab, good 1-2. Then a shot to the body by Rodriguez. And Diaz definitely, I mean, doing his best, putting forth his best effort. But just slightly outclassed, I think, by Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking for the counter there, trying to get this guy out of there. Already hurt him in the first round. Went to the head a couple times there and then went to the body. Landed, but Diaz able to take the shots better now, expecting, and understanding what's in front of him. Not many big fights in January, says Antilles. No big fights is going on right now. Well, there'll be something. I'm sure something will pop up for us. Better via Benavidez would be good. Yes, it would. That would be crazy. We might have to go to Saudi to watch that one. FightersRep crew will roll out to Saudi together. Eat some good food. Check out the culture. Stay in one of them fancy hotels. Go to Riyadh season. And right now they're showing some replays of Rodriguez doing good work, man. I mean, he's just kind of got this guy's timing. I watch it, but we know the outcome. Benavidez is not the same after moving up. Let me ask you, Agalla, so you think Beterbiev beats Benavidez, even though Beterbiev is like 40-something now? Like, do you think Beterbiev wins that fight? We got Shakur versus Teo on 131. That's true. Salute, by the way, says Champy. Champy, appreciate you being in here, man. And that's right. I'm definitely tuning into that fight. We were actually talking about that earlier today at the other live fight companion with Agit Kabayel and Damian Kaniba, which was a really fun one, man. As of now, I'll tell you guys, we had over 31,000 people tune into that one. Almost 32,000. That was a great one. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Join the channel. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to keep doing these live fight companion with FightersReps for the big fights. It's definitely going to cost some money for me to continue to buy these pay-per-views and pay for DAZN. So any purchases or super chats or anything like that are greatly appreciated. And Diaz just landed his best combination of the fight, even though he's still getting touched up by Rodriguez. But at least he's still trying. And now he tries wrapping Rodriguez up. Rodriguez doesn't let him. And Rodriguez just landing at will on this guy, man. This dude's just got his... He's just got his timing today. Rodriguez just got his number today. Oh, man. Diaz is showing a lot of heart because he's getting touched up. But how much more of this is he going to take? I mean, I'm sure he's tough. But one thing's to be tough. The other's to be competitive. He talked down on Canelo so much, I forgot who he was. He wanted to beat Canelo. Bud did it. Zhang versus Wardley and Beterbiev versus Benavidez. Make an old versus young card. Hell yeah. Dude, but I don't know, man. You really want to throw Zhang in there with Wardley? Wardley's a pit bull, bro. Wardley's got a bullet head, bro. You can tell by his head that guy can fight. That guy's the new juggernaut. They used to call Joe Joyce the juggernaut. I think Wardley's juggernaut, bro. And I said that guy would be champion. I said it on this channel. I don't think we should put Benavidez in there with Bivol when Bivol is champ, or with Beterbiev. Probably won't happen to Bivol versus Benavidez. Bivol is a bad fight, I think, for Benavidez, bro. I think Bivol's a bad fight for everybody. Bivol is a problem. That style he's got, that's a unique style, bro. He's perfected that Uzbek style, man. That's a beautiful style. He whips his hands into every shot, really understands how to use his body. His conditioning has to be crazy just to pull that style off, though. I wonder if he's the kind of guy who, with age, is not going to age that well because that style requires so much athleticism. You know what I mean? I think that's why at the end of their careers, a guy like Bernard Hopkins was able to beat Roy Jones, right? Because his style relied on technique and fundamentals. Roy Jones was just pure athleticism. You know what I mean? Beterbiev did make his mark already, bro. That guy was a beast. Wardley got leaky defense and hurt by Parker, who hit way less hard than Zhang. Yeah, that's true. I'll watch it. I just think Wardley's a beast, bro. I think Wardley and Caballel and Moses Itama are guys the boxing world needs to be careful with. You better be careful. You better be ready. I saw Lawrence Okoli talking about how he wants to fight Caballel. I don't know about that one, big dog. I mean, I appreciate the bravery, but I don't think Okoli wins that fight. I don't think Okoli beats Itama, Caballel, or Wardley, as a matter of fact. I think Zhang might be a spent force, says JM. I think you might be right, man. I think Caballel took that gas tank out of him. Wardley isn't human. He live off pain. Bro, Wardley's a dog, bro. Wardley's a junkyard dog, bro. Matias KO Smith in 8 rounds. You might be right, Molly. So please subscribe and join if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate you guys. If you want to continue to help supporting and building this community, which is for all of us, real boxing fans. And it's a brotherhood. You know, we're not just here to just talk crap about boxing. We're, you know, if we're going to do this, we're going to be here for each other on whatever. So if you want to join and help build the channel a bit more into a brotherhood, greatly appreciate it. If not, subscribing is more than enough. You could also get some merchandise below if you want to get something in exchange. And, you know, of course, any super chats or anything like that just gets reinvested back into the channel. This is the Fighters Rep. You get the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth about the sport of boxing from the mind of a promoter / attorney. I'm also raising some kids, so anything helps. And it's hard work, man. It's hard work doing all this at the same time. But thank God, thank God. So we still got Rodriguez here winning this fight handily. You know, I don't think you could give Diaz a single round. It's a 6-0 shutout right now, in my opinion. Rodriguez has already dropped Diaz in the first fight. And I appreciate the toughness. But again, at some point, this has to be, this has to be competitive. Otherwise, we're going to do the forfeit rule in this thing like they do in baseball, man. I mean, 6-0, 7-0, throw that towel in, man. This ain't happening. Name 3 decent fighters Dalton Smith has KO'd. Well, I don't think you need to name 3 because he got Jose Cepeda out of there with a body shot in 5 rounds. And Jose Cepeda is as big of a name as anyone Subriel Matias has on his resume. And if you want to say Liam Paro, he lost to Paro. And if you want to say Alberto Puello, he won against Puello, but I think most people thought he lost, or a lot of people thought he lost at least. So that's why I think this is a close fight. Smith wins by decision most likely, or late stoppage. But if Subriel gets this guy out of there just with his pace and mauls him out of there, I wouldn't be surprised either. I mean, this was a very close pick for me. Hard to decide, but I just went with the younger Smith just because he's younger and I think he's a better boxer. Younger and better boxer. Zhang usually doesn't have a gas tank, says Antilles. That's true. That's true. We saw that early in his career, too. Well, he doing it, and smooth. It becomes muscle memory. Bivol can expose you. He ain't a walk in the park. He can't box for a dime, Wardley, but he come back like a monster. Dominic Ingalls said that. Wardley was one of those fighters that has a bit of psychopath in him. I could see that, man. That guy's just tough. And Diaz, now having the best round of the fight, now having his best round of the fight after I said, it's got to get competitive. You got to show me something. He's trying to push Rodriguez back. It's become like a pushing contest / inside fighting contest. And I don't know. I don't know how long this is going to last like this. But he's just like trying to smother and push Rodriguez back now. He's completely changed his fighting style. And he's just trying to hit him with volume. He's trying to Matias. He's trying to Matias Rodriguez. And Rodriguez just pushed him off. And the referee warned him. And now here's Diaz. He's got Rodriguez on the ropes. And he's just teeing off, trying to tire him out. By far the most effective round of the fight for Diaz. But can he keep this up? This inside fighting, can he keep it up against the bigger Rodriguez? Looks to be effective right now. Wow, Diaz has really just decided to use his toughness. And he's actually winning this round, in my opinion. This is crazy. I've never seen somebody just completely switch strategies like this and start doing something that I didn't even think they could do. It is the best and safest place that he can be, as the broadcasters are saying, on the inside, in Rodriguez's chest, not allowing him to extend on his punches. And Diaz is having the best round of the fight. Diaz just won that round. It's crazy. This is crazy. So Mexico has a glimmer of hope to prevent the hat trick of the Puerto Rican fighters tonight via Diaz, who decided to fight nasty on the inside against Rodriguez and finally find some success, but he looks exhausted. Dalton only has one range, and when he wings punches, especially when tired, he gets more open as the fight goes on, and Matias gets more tight. Matias loves the inside, and that will be Dalton's downfall. See, that's where I see the problem for Dalton, too. I don't care. Dalton ain't never dealt with a murderer like Matias. Someone send the tape. Glenn Rosa says, who's next? Next is Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. We are in the co-main event right now between Emmanuel Rodriguez and Fernando Diaz. And it was all Rodriguez for the first 6 rounds, knuckleheads. And then in the 7th round, Diaz decided to walk him down and just smother him and fight him inside. And that's what the fight's turned into, and Rodriguez doesn't like it. And Diaz is having the most success of the fight out of nowhere after losing every round. He says, I'm going to fight inside, and wins the 7th round. Can he keep it up in the 8th? Is it too late? He is all over, guys. He is all over Rodriguez like white on rice right now, big dogs. This has turned into a nasty fight. Diaz just all over him like a wet towel, bro. All over him. This is crazy. And having another pretty good round here. Oh, but now he's getting caught a little bit. Rodriguez starting to figure it out. Ooh, lands to the head, lands to the body. Rodriguez finding his range now. Ooh. Oh, man. Agala the dotted here. I don't know about Wardley's chin, actually. He got hurt by Parker numerous times, so he's not a very big puncher. Well, that may be the case. James says, Wardley can't rely on his chin. Eventually someone will crack it if he Homer Simpson's haymakers. That's true. Bachata time. Salsa. Let's do salsa. Dude, there ain't no bachata in here, dude. Diaz and Rodriguez. They're doing a tango right now. Oh! I don't know, man. I don't know if... I feel like Diaz might have just hurt Rodriguez. Oh, these guys are going to war now. This is crazy. This has turned into a slugfest. This went from Rodriguez boxing Diaz's ears off for 6 rounds to a slugfest. Bro, I'm doing salsa when you do his intro. Get your carne asada ready, y'all. Nah, bro, this fight is turning into a spectacle right now, you guys. Mofongo, man. Mofongo's good stuff. Mofongo's good stuff. I had arroz con gandules not too long ago at the potluck for my son's baseball. I was like, what? Arroz con gandule in California? One of the moms is Puerto Rican. And I was like, man, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Not to say that the Mexican moms weren't throwing down some really good food, because they were. But the Puerto Rican mom with arroz con gandule, that was dope. I didn't expect that. No longer being in the East Coast, I didn't expect that. Okay, so Ninth round out of 10. Rodriguez and Diaz. And here we go again. Raging Bull style right here. Raging Bull style. This is crazy right now. Diaz just putting punches together. Rodriguez putting punches together. They're in a phone booth. And they're just swinging. It don't matter no more. Diaz doing whatever he can to try to turn this thing around and win. Rodriguez looks really tired because the way Diaz is fighting him right now is making him uncomfortable. But Rodriguez definitely still done enough to win this fight by quite a bit. Wow. Wow. Diaz is reminding me a little bit of Juan Diaz, Baby Bull. This kind of reminds you of like when Baby Bull fought, what's his name? Nate Campbell. That's what this kind of reminds me of. Just a war, dude. They're just beating each other up right now, you guys. They are just beating each other up right now, you guys. And Diaz doing a lot better at this range than he was before because it smothers the work from Rodriguez a little bit. But I don't know. I don't think it's going to be enough because he started in round 7. Even if he wins 7, 8, 9, and 10, I think if he even wins 7, 8, 9, and 10, which I'm not sure they'll give him all 4 of those, still not enough because he got knocked down in that first round. Oh. And now Diaz was at medium range for a second there. Got himself caught. Just got hit with 4 big shots. Dude, Diaz is tough, bro. Diaz has crazy, crazy energy. Rodriguez looks more fatigued than Diaz right now, which is wild to me. Incredible, incredible stamina from Diaz. Incredible stamina from Diaz, who keeps coming. Rodriguez still landed some clean shots, though. 10-second left. Going into the final round. Going into the final round. Tres leches. Oh, man, that's delicious, bro. I love that stuff. It's looking like, to me, it's going to be a hat trick for the Puerto Rican fighters versus the Mexican fighters tonight. Unless Diaz can do something magical in this last round. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We might have 3 Puerto Rican wins and 1 UK win tonight. Man, the Puerto Rican fans tore me up in the prediction, bro. Oh, my God. I almost forgot how much they ride for their peeps, bro. I almost forgot how passionate the Puerto Rican fans are. They tore me up. So 10th and final round in the co-main event. After this, we're going to Matias versus Smith. And Rodriguez is able to keep it at range right now, moving around, trying to keep his range because Diaz, the only success he's having is on the inside. So now Rodriguez trying to find his range and move around and catch Diaz coming in. Smart adjustment by Rodriguez. But Diaz still coming through. Diaz tough guy. Diaz is a tough guy, man. Diaz is a tough guy. Diaz is a tough guy. I mean, You wouldn't expect less, but tough guy. Still coming forward. Trying to track down Rodriguez. Trying to fight him on the inside like he's been doing for the past 3 rounds. And I'm sure he's going to go back and watch this fight if he loses. And he's going to say, damn, I should have been doing this from the beginning. I could have fatigued him and maybe won this fight. But he was trying to fight him from a range that just wasn't working. Durable, really. Diaz really is durable, man. He's been hit with everything by Rodriguez. Rodriguez just kind of too big for Diaz to really hurt too badly. He's lucky he's got that size advantage, but Diaz, man, relentless, still going after him. 52 seconds left. Diaz just landed 6-7 punches straight and is really pushing the pace here. Incredible amount of stamina this guy has. Wow. Yeah, Diaz is going to wake up tomorrow and be like, damn, why didn't I do that shit from the beginning? Because Diaz, now watching the fight since the 7th round, could have potentially won this fight. But I don't think he did enough at the beginning of the fight. He let Rodriguez bank too many rounds on him, plus the knockdown in the first round. Good fight. It's over. We're going to a decision now, knuckleheads. Before we head to the main event of the evening, Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. Oh, man. Tamales in the corner. Love me some tamales, bro. We get lit here watching you. Appreciate you being in here, big dog. Can't wait for this next fight, guys. Tell me again who you guys think is going to win and how Matias versus Dalton Smith. You know, my prediction was a decision win by Dalton Smith, potentially a stoppage. But I think it's going to be a close fight. I could see Matias getting him out of there as well. And it's about to go down, man. We're about to have this main event. We're about to have this main event between Subriel Matias and Dalton Smith. It's only a matter of time before it starts here. So stay locked in, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, join the channel. Welcome to the Fighters Rep, where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth from the mind of a promoter/attorney. Good back and forth fight, man, between Emmanuel Rodriguez, and Fernando Diaz. But I think Emmanuel Rodriguez banked enough rounds at the beginning of this fight to get the unanimous decision win. As impressed as I am with Fernando Diaz and the work he did from the 7th round on, he just didn't do enough in the beginning of the fight and also got knocked down. Cook up Dalton on the grill. Anyone got barbecue sauce? Gonna pepper Dalton early. Good fight. Let's see who wins here. Rocky Martinez in the corner of Rodriguez. Looking like, given the body language, like he feels his guy won, but that he could have probably done better. $97-92. And 99-90. And your winner, Manny Rodriguez. Yup. That's the right decision. That's the right decision. So the Puerto Rican fighters versus the Mexican fighters, 3-0. They get the hat trick. Will Dalton Smith be able to get revenge, to avenge the Mexican fighters tonight from the UK, from Sheffield? Will he be able to avenge the hat trick the Puerto Rican fighters were able to pull off against the Mexican fighters tonight? Stay tuned. That's what we're going to find out up next. Excuse me, guys. Didn't Subriel have PEDs in his system for this fight, so they used a different commission? JM, he was caught, my understanding is, with Osterine, and the New York State Athletic Commission said that the amount was low enough for them to allow the fight to continue to go forward. Obviously, a big asterisk. Obviously, something I'm a little bit concerned with. And it stinks, but it is what it is. Pray for Wilfredo Benitez, the 5 King. Shout out Wilfredo Benitez. Prayers to him. Appreciate you being in here, Celso Valentin. Thank you for being in here. Please subscribe. Join if you haven't already. Get ready for this main event. Subriel Matias, Dalton Smith. Let's go. Let's go. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Let's see. Let's see if Dalton Smith. Let's see if Dalton Smith can do what I think he can do. Or let's see if Subriel Matias can do what I think he can do. But I did, again, sticking to my guns. I predicted Smith. Decision. Or late stoppage. He says Dalton Smith is a big, strong kid. But is he going to be able to take the pressure? Matias is going to put him in that crock pot. And we're going to see if he's going to be able to deal with the pressure. Dalton is not ready for that train coming the Matias line, says Agala the Don. Wild how Matias still taking roids after he killed a person, says Antilles. Yikes. Although most of them are on it. Yeah, I forgot he killed someone crazy. That's right. Dang. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's why I'm not into this PED stuff. Never been into it. Never been into it. Not into it. Never going to be into it. So let's see. They're still interviewing Rodriguez after his win. Manny Rodriguez gets the win in a very hard-fought unanimous decision fight against Fernando Diaz, who I think discovered something about himself, did Fernando Diaz. First and foremost, I don't know. Diaz needs to fight like that from the very beginning and not wait till the 7th round. Now they're showing the replays for the co-main event. Pretty good fight. As I said, the Puerto Ricans secure the hat trick against the Mexican fighters tonight. Always an exciting fight when Puerto Rico takes on Mexico. But up next, it's Puerto Rico versus England, as Subriel Matias aims to defend his title against Dalton Smith of Sheffield, England, who is really going up against it tonight in New York. I mean, it's very much a bit of a reminder of what we saw earlier today with Caballel versus Caniba, in that Caballel, the more experienced guy, taking on the less experienced guy in Caniba. You know, it's kind of paralleled when you look at Matias versus Smith. Matias has more experience, right? And Matias, relentless like Caballel. But But I think Smith, better technically, stronger. And so that's the difference. I don't think Smith is the parallel to Kaniba, but we could end up with the same result where the relentless fighter, the more experienced relentless fighter, just absolutely bulldozes the less experienced one. And now they're interviewing Amanda Serrano, 7-division world champion in women's boxing. Matias KO 8th round. I need to serve smothered chicken. Dang, Amanda Serrano, busy lady these days, bro. She was just in Puerto Rico winning. And now she's in New York on the zone. Real ambassador for the sport. Can you give us the fight odds, please? I can look those up for you. Let's see, odds. Matias versus Smith. I would imagine Matias. Last I checked, Matias was the favorite. Yeah, he's a minus 140 to 160 favorite. Smith is the underdog at approximately plus 110 to plus 130. So it's pretty close. Matias' power and experience give him the edge, according to AI. But Smith's talent keeps it close. Odds vary slightly by sportsbook, but generally favor Matias to win, though many expect it to be a close, potentially decision-based fight. We'll see. We'll see. I actually felt like I was going out on a limb a little bit. I felt like I was going out on a limb a little bit, thinking or picking or predicting, rather, Dalton Smith to win. But we'll see. That's close. It is close. It's close. So right now they're interviewing some celebrities in the audience. I'm not a big, celebrity guy. I kind of don't give a shit. But here we are. I'm hoping they'll call in the main event soon and not make us wait around. Now they're doing a quick preview for the main event. Here we go. It's about to go down. They got the whole dramatic gladiator music playing. They're showing some punch highlights from both guys. The key in this fight, right, is how does Dalton Smith deal with the pace? Is Dalton Smith going to be able to deal with that pace? And is he going to be able to use his power and his accuracy and his boxing to keep Matias off of him? Because Matias is going to be all over him like a stalker, bro. He's going to be all over him like Jason. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York. They're flying the drone over New York, showing us the skyline right now, the Brooklyn Bridge. You can see a gala in the distance, eating a chopped cheese, and it's about to go down. They just buried Dalton before the fight. Let's see. Are they bringing him out already? No more talking. So now they got Raul Marquez and Oscar Valdez talking about the fight. Let's see. They're hyping it up as fight of the year. Let's see if that actually happens. Or if we're just talking. Lower the volume on this a little bit. They're talking about right now basically the legacy of fighters from Puerto Rico, Macho Camacho, Tito Trinidad. Definitely been some real good fighters out of Puerto Rico. When all is said and done, we'll see where they put Matias, man. I mean, he's a two-time champ. I don't like the PED, though, thing. I don't like that. I don't like the PED thing. I don't like Ryan Garcia because of the PED test either. The positive test either. Same PED, too, Osterine. We'll see. We'll see. Bring them out. Let's stop talking. Let's bring them out. Matias looks to be in really good shape, bro. Yeah, they have been saying that justice is coming from Matias. That's what Dalton Smith has been saying. And I wonder if they're referring to that positive PED test. I know they asked Eddie Hearn about it in the press conference, and he didn't mention that. But I got a feeling that's a subliminal dig from Smith's side. Matias can be a movie like Jason. Really excited about this fight, man. I really think, if Dalton Smith can beat Matias, that really confirms his abilities. That really confirms his abilities if he's able to do that. Puerto Rican version of Jason Voorhees, basically. Basically. Let's see. Let's see. Cepeda is the best win on Dalton Smith's resume for sure. For sure, for sure. Damn, Dalton Smith's still in his underwear. So I wonder how long they're going to make us wait for this. Wonder how long they're going to make us wait for this fight because They're still talking. Dalton Smith still says in his underwear in the back there. Let's see here, knuckleheads. Let's see. Matias is ready to go. Matias has got his trunks on. He's got his gloves on. They wrote "and still" on the little chalkboard behind him. He's putting his little vest on. They're zipping him up. They're gonna put the chain on him. They're putting his chain on him. His piece and his chain. Here we go. Here we go. El Orgullo de Maternillo. That's his nickname. The Pride of Maternillo. He better not shit on himself. He still is in his underwear back there. So a decent undercard. You know, we had a couple fun knockouts. Good little back and forth in the co-main event. Not a bad card overall. I would say it was pretty exciting. Decent card to set the stage for what I think should be a very fun main event. And Dalton Smith, man, is going to have to come with his A game. He's going to have to come with his A game. I don't know, man. These guys need to get dressed. Matias was training in El Yunque Forest for this fight. That's interesting. All right, guys. We don't want to hear you guys talk. We want to see a fight. Thank you, DAZN, for talking. But we want to see a fight, bro. Who wants to see a fight? If you want to see a fight, put the name of the person who's going to win in the chat if you want to see a fight. If you want to hear people on DAZN hablando mierda, then let me know. But if you want to see a fight, put the name of the person who's going to win in the chat below. After you do that, subscribe. Like this video. Don't forget to like this video. It'll help push it on the algorithm. Subscribe. Join the channel. Greatly appreciate you guys. And don't forget, we're going live on Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time on the FightersRep podcast. And we talk about boxing almost every day on this channel. So subscribe and join me for more. Let's go. Let's go. Uh-huh. Oh, here we go. Now we're doing Dalton highlights. They probably have to hit the the food and beverage minimum at the Barclays. So they're dragging this thing on. They haven't hit the food and beverage minimum because the New Yorkers aren't coming out because they don't want to spend money. right now. They just came out of Christmas, man. They're not trying to spend all that money. Matias, you trying to say Matthew now. Matias. Boxing Clinic by Dalton Smith. Let's see, man. I do think he's the superior boxer. Is he going to be able to handle the human wood chipper? The Puerto Rican Jason Voorhees. The walking shredder. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Jimmy Lennon is out here. It's happening. It's happening. Calling in the challenger. How big is the ring? Let me see. Let me see if it's big or small. I mean, I can't tell by looking. I can give a guess. But man, Smith really walking into hostile territory here. Let's see it, Dalton. Let's see what you got, big dog. Let's see if you're going to make me right or you're going to make me eat my words today. And you actually have English fans in the audience, bro. That's wild. Wild, wild stuff. All right, let's go. Walk. We seen you standing, big dog. Walk. Here we go. Dalton walking out finally. Man, he's going to get hit in the head. These fans are not liking him. They just showed the keys to victory for like a split second. I don't know how they expect anybody to read that. That's crazy. It said like use your IQ and something else, but yeah, basically, I mean, for Smith to win this, here they're showing it again. Set the pace and control the distance. Use his boxing IQ, mix it up, box and attack. I think he's definitely going to have to use his IQ, and he's going to have to deal with the pace. And he's going to have to land some big shots to keep Subriel Matias off of him. Because if he can't keep Matias off of him, it's going to be a real problem. Tito Trinidad sparring with Matias. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. I need y'all to call 911 for Dalton. And here comes Matias. It looks like he's coming out with a girl, maybe his daughter. And she's wearing the same thing he's wearing. And my boy's getting paid tonight. And they're literally showing highlights as he's walking out of the locker room. I don't know if that's the best time. I think we've seen enough. I think we've seen enough highlights, big dogs. Let's see the walkout. Dude, this guy just throws punches, bro. This guy just throws punches. Yeah, now they're showing highlights. I don't know what they're doing. They keep showing him do this like goofy Conor McGregor walk in the replays. Okay, now he's making his way to the ring. So this is what they do, you know. This is what we used to do at our events too at FightersRep. You know, you have the announcer announce the fighter, and he walks into the ring. Same with the opponent. And then once they're both in, you announce them again. I think a lot of people probably don't notice that, but that's the way it works. And I'm eating mofongo Dalton style right now. It says I got the Don. Yeah, I mean, that's the way it works. It's always interesting. They're drawing out the show because the fight is going to be 3 rounds. Says Purnell. Purnell, you're ice cold today, man. You're ice cold today, bro. He's like dapping up the entire audience. Like half of Puerto Rico is there to cheer him on. I believe he's coming out to some Mark Anthony. He's really taking it easy on his way out. Like he's like posing with fans, taking pictures of him and stuff. It's crazy. Here we go, main event. I think there might be 3+ knockdowns in this fight, says JM. Subriel Matias, keys to victory, constant pressure from the start, defensively responsible coming forward. I agree with that. Steady body attack from the beginning. Yup. He always starts off slow. So I'm curious to see what Dalton does in these first few rounds. And then he just comes on. And then he just warms up. And then he warms up something serious and he just starts coming downhill. Let's see it. Big fight. Exciting fight. Great fight for hardcore fans right here. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. Let's see who shows up on the night. Tonight's judges, Anthony Lundy, Kevin Morgan, Alan Nace, your referee, Ricky Gonzalez. It's going down. It's going down. Hey, Astraban, don't do that. Don't do that, big dog. Don't do that. Showtime. Here we go. Oh man, they are booing. They are booing Sheffield, England right now. Eddie Hearn standing to the back like a bad guy holding the flag, bro. Damn. Making your U.S. debut, your first attempt at a title versus Subriel Matias. Damn. And he's got some support. Let's see it. Let's see it. 23 wins, 2 losses, 22 wins coming by way of knockout. From Fajardo, Puerto Rico, Subriel Matias. Man, what is this goofy dude doing in here, bro? Aster Ben, get that goofy stuff out of the chat, bro. Come on. What a goofster. All right, here we go. Let's do it. About to get started. Here we go. 33 versus 28 years old. 5'8 versus 5'10. Although they look about the same size, but I do feel like Dalton's a little bit bigger. 139.5 pounds versus 140. Is that real weight? Let's see. Bell sounds. They meet in the middle. Nope. They meet in the middle. Smith lands a decent 1-2 on the guard. Matias. Good body shot by Smith. Good jab. Good jab by Smith. Matias throws a jab back. Ooh. Smith lands a big right. Big right hook. He's going to need to do that. To keep Subriel Matias off of him, he's going to need to do that. Nice overhand rights by Smith. Good body shot by Smith. And Matias right now just downloading info about Smith's power. And Smith using this big clubbing right over and over again. I feel like he's going to be using that to try to keep Matias honest, to try to keep him off of him. He's going to need to hit him with some power here and there to try to slow him down. But already Matias walking Smith down. Oh. Good uppercut, good overhand right, and then a good left by Smith. Snapping Matias's head back. Yeah. He's snapping Matias's head back a bit with some of these shots. Let's see if that deters Matias at all. I think that overhand right can, because that's a shot on the temple that messes with the equilibrium. Just landed a big right on Matias. This is similar to the Caballero fight that we saw versus Kneba today, where Kneba was able to win that first round, but, you know, Caballero caught up with him later. Let's see if that happens here. What I did see there that I liked was Smith push Matias back after landing a couple punches. So first round for Smith, for sure. But it doesn't mean anything really, because Matias always is slow in the first couple of rounds. He always has a slow first couple rounds as Matias. Really. But he got caught with some good hard shots. Good right hands from Smith, bro. Oof. He landed a big overhand on Matias that like made his like his lips swing around. I mean, Smith is pretty strong. Can he keep this up for 12 rounds? Here comes Matias already. And as soon as Matias got close, Dalton smothered him. And now he's pushing him away. And Dalton winging shots, bro. Winging shots. He's doing the right thing. He's hugging him. He's wrapping him up when he gets close. It's kind of like what Paro did. Matias trying to find him. Matias coming at him like Jason, bro. Matias coming at him like Mike Myers right now, guys. Ooh. Dalton landed a big right hand there. He's doing the same thing Paro did. Big right hand from Dalton. I don't... Like, Matias is tough, bro, but at some point, I think these punches are going to have an effect. And he is wrapping Matias up every time he gets close. And Matias' footwork... Here we go. Matias landed some hooks on the inside now. Oh, Matias landed some big shots here. Oh, they are exchanging. Oh. Smith landing a big uppercut. And then wrapping Matias up. Smith might be starting to figure it out here, what to do. He might be finding a pace here. Matias is landing some shots. But Smith is winning this round. Smith might be expending too much energy here. Smith might be expending too much energy here. And Smith already bleeding from the nose. I would say close round. Close round. But I give it to Smith. Matias really coming on. See, now Matias is here. Matias is here, knuckleheads. If this is your first time here, subscribe to the channel, join the channel. This is my FightersRep live fight companion for Subriel Matias, Dalton Smith. And I think Matias lost that first round. It wasn't close. He made that second round closer. I think Smith may have still won it. Here we go into the third round. Smith's got to pace himself. If Smith keeps putting too much into these punches, he's going to punch himself out. And then at the same time, he's got to deal with Matias' power, which is there as well. Yeah, and he's trying to wrap Matias up, but he's going to hit on the inside. And he's trying to wrap Matias up now, and Matias trying to frame him off. He's doing the right thing. He needs to pace himself. He needs to attack, pace himself, and wrap Matias up. And he just landed a good right hand on Matias. I would actually consider going to the body if I were Smith. Yeah, Dalton Smith does need to. He needs to box here. Oh, he just. It looked like he almost hurt Matias there with a jab, but it was like a leaping jab. This is the fight Matias wants. I think Smith is slowly. I think this is, you know, if Dalton Smith isn't careful, he's going to slowly fall into Matias's fight. Now he's got Matias pinned against the rope. He's going to the body. He's going to the head. He's doing the right thing here. I think he's figuring out different things, is Smith. Smith wrapping him up. Smith doing the right thing. Matias landing some shots. Smith wraps him up. Now Smith is landing some shots. A lot of punching on the inside from Matias because Smith is wrapping him up. Smith's timing is odd, so he might be able to land some shots that hurt Matias. Shots that Matias doesn't see coming in. He just went hard to the body. And Smith's got a nice left hand, just dug to the body again. Oh, and they are going toe-to-toe right now. And Smith is landing some good shots, but Matias is landing some really good shots too, bro. Looked like Matias might have gotten the better of that exchange with 10 seconds left. Oh! Smith landed some good shots at the end of the round. These dudes are going to war, dude. Oh my God. These dudes are going to war, bro. These guys are going to war. Yeah, this is a very interesting strategic fight. If it's your first time watching, guys, please subscribe, join the channel. Thank you for being here. Very interesting fight. Good shots being landed by both guys. Close round. I would still say I felt like maybe Smith won that. I could see someone giving it to Matias, but I felt Smith landed the cleaner shots, but I don't know. It's close. It's close. And here we go with Smith wrapping up again, which is smart. He's not going to want to keep going toe-for-toe with Matias. You know, he's going to want to land his shots and then wrap up. He's going to have to figure out what space he can beat Matias in. And he's strong. He's actually like backed up Matias a couple times here, but here we go with Matias walking him down and just plugging away. Ooh. Dalton just landed a big right hand off of the break, off of the clinch. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know how Matias can keep taking shots like this. This guy's a strong guy, this Dalton Smith guy. I don't know how a 33-year-old dude can keep taking full-on swings from this 28-year-old kid that's bigger than him. Oh, and now Matias landing his shots. But that's the thing. Matias will land some, and then Smith will land some. Great fight so far. Ooh. Dude, these guys are bombing each other out right now, you guys. Yeah. This fight ends by 6 or 7 rounds. You might be right there, Martin McFly. I don't know how any human can deal with this pace. Dude, Dalton Smith is... We knew Matias was strong. I didn't know about... I knew Smith was strong too, but I think he just seemed to just like almost knock Matias off balance with a shot. Like, he's strong, this kid. Oh, man, they're both zombies, dude. They are both zombies. Dude, Matias is landing shots and Smith is walking forward. Oh, Smith just cracked this dude, bro. And now Matias is teeing off. No, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh! Oh. Guys. Wow. So at the end there, they got up against the ropes and we're just blasting each other, man. And it looked like Matias might have hurt Smith, but then it looked like Smith might have hurt Matias. No, this is bad. This is this might take a couple years off each guy's life. I mean, this is bad. Oh. Wow. No, this is a hospital visit after this fight, for sure. 5th round, I don't know. There's a brawl in the audience. It's the 5th round. These guys are still slugging it out. Dalton Smith won't back up and is landing really hard, effective shots. Matias doing the same. I might be wrong here, but I feel like Smith is getting a little bit, his shots are a little bit harder. But Matias, just with the volume, you know? Oh my goodness gracious. You guys gotta, this is like a video game right now. These guys are just pounding each other to hell. And I'm actually a little shocked that Smith has decided to take this route, but he's also having some success. And as I say that, Matias lands 3 shots on him, and as I say that, Smith lands 3 shots. And I'm telling you guys, these guys are like throwing haymakers at each other. This is a wild fight. And I don't think this is the fight Smith should be fighting. But maybe he figures like I figure. I'm 28 years old. This guy's 33 going on 34. How much more of this can he take? He's had a career of this sort of fight. He's definitely fighting Matias's fight here. They both look tired already. Oh my goodness. Oh, Smith hurt Matias. Oh, he dropped Matias. Smith dropped Matias just like I told you guys could happen. Oh, he's hurt. The The referee calls it. I told you, bitches. I told you Dalton Smith can win this by stoppage. I said decision, but Smith wins by stoppage. I told you. Don't you ever tell me I'm wrong. Smith, the new champ. Who predicted this? I said Smith by decision. I said potential stoppage. That was my prediction. Go back and watch it. All the Puerto Rican fans hated me. I love Puerto Rican fans. I love Puerto Rico. But I called this and I told you. As a fight promoter, I told you that a guy 33 years of age going on 34 cannot. He cannot continue to fight in that fashion. And Dalton Smith kept landing big shots that I told you guys, I don't know how many more. I don't know how many more he could take. And he couldn't. This is a young man's sport. If you're going to fight this style, it's a young man's sport. And by the way, Matias barely got up. He could have probably continued, but it probably would not have gone well for him. Barely got up in time. I told you guys. Did I not tell you guys? Did I not tell you guys? Terrible stoppage, says the lizard people. Get the hell out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. They could have let him go more. But he was going to get crushed. Dude, he barely got up, wobbling around. Big right hand on the chin, left, right on the chin, another left, right. He's wobbling. Big right hook over the top to the temple. Matias goes down, shaking his head. Because he's getting blasted with shots by a strong 28-year-old fighter. I told you guys. Bang! Drops him, right? Matias rolls onto his back, shakes his head, barely able to get up, wobbles a bit, and the referee is just like, "No, bro, you're going to get killed. You're going to get killed in here, big dog. I'm stopping this." And Matias could have gone on, but I don't think he would have made it out the round. Agala, I told you, man, listen, I just call a spade, big dog. Like, if I'm being honest, American or Puerto Rican fighter fighting someone from out of the country, I'm going to go for the American and Puerto Rican fighter every time. But that's who I'm going to pick. That's who I want to win. But I got to be honest with myself. When I see something in a fighter, I feel like I see something special. I feel like I see something different. Like I did with Fury, like I did with Wardley, like I did with Dalton Smith. I got to call a spade, big dog. It was the age, I'm telling you. Wow. Wow, Sheffield, England, you guys have a champ. Damn, sorry I got loud, I got crazy. That was crazy. I saw that. I predicted that. I said decision, but I could see this kid stopping Matias. Hundreds of people commented, telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm looking at. How could you say something like that? Matias never been stopped, this and that. I said, bro, I know what I'm looking at, bro. I've been doing this. I've been promoting fights for years. I know what I see something special. I know what talent looks like, bro. Wow, bro. Wow. Great fight while it lasted. Dalton Smith has made everyone know his name. Glad I got the prediction. Not an old man sport. You're right. Big time, big dog. This is a young man sport. I can't believe he did that, bro. I can't believe Dalton Smith did that. I want to hear what he has to say. What a way to win a title, bro. Dude, that was baptism by fire to take on a guy like Matias and do what he did there. Look, Eddie Hearn running into the ring going crazy. Nah, bro. You see, when I was building the fighters here at FightersRep here in Southern California and South Florida, bro, I felt the same way as Eddie Hearn feels. You know, I felt like I was building some of the best fighters. I just couldn't maintain it, you know. So seeing that is a bit bittersweet for me, you know, because I know I could have done that with the kickboxers here in SoCal and South Florida, but amazing to see this. Amazing for Dalton Smith. You know, Matias was already a two-time champ, bro. Nothing to hang his head about. 33, going to be 34 in March. Had a great career, can still fight. But Dalton Smith, here we go. Wow. First time Subriel Matias touches the canvas and gets knocked out. They're asking him how he feels. Oh. No, you guys. He was gonna hospitalize Matias. They'd let Matias fight some more. He blasted the dude, bro. Wow. Dalton Smith said he kind of drifted away from the tactics and got drawn into a fight, but says that he felt Matias's best shots. He couldn't get hurt. And he said, let's go. Dalton Smith ain't no joke. Dalton Smith ain't no joke. Subscribe, join, just like I said. Where are my Puerto Rican fans? Where are the people that talk shit to me on the prediction video? Come on down and come eat your crow. I got your crow right here for you. Come on in. Admit you were wrong when I told you this guy was going to win. That's 2 for 2 today. I predicted Caballel to finish Kneba, and he did. I predicted Smith to win by decision or finish Matias, and he did. Wow. Now they're interviewing Eddie Hearn. You know he's going to say some slick stuff. I really hope this channel gets more subscribers. I really hope my channel gets more subscribers. I hope you guys join the channel. I hope you guys drop a super chat. I hope you guys get your merchandise in here. Support me to keep doing this with you guys. Got a lot of love for you guys being in here today. You know, I told everybody this was going to happen. I wasn't 100% sure. I thought it was 55-45 for Dalton Smith. I said he would win by decision. I said he had the potential to stop Subriel Matias maybe later on in the fight. And he actually got it done earlier than I thought. And it's because of what I saw, man. You just got to watch a fighter and study him. I saw big power. I saw big physicality. I saw crazy timing. I saw skills. And wow. Dalton Smith, coach now, being very emotional. Incredible. Bad stoppage, Agala said. He got right up. I don't know. I don't agree with that, Agala. I think he would have gotten crushed, bro. He got up wobbly. I think he would have gotten hurt really bad. That was a vicious onslaught he faced when he got knocked down. And these referees are there to protect you. Dalton Smith's dad going off right now. Yeah, he got up ready. I mean, but he was not gonna make it out of there, Agala. I think he was just gonna get hospitalized, bro. You gotta stop that. No, that was not a flash KO, bro. That was not a flash KO, big dog. No, that was a heavy knockdown. Dude was on the floor shaking his head. No, not a flash KO, you guys. He would have gotten himself hurt really bad had he gotten hit anymore. He was hurt bad. It was belt to ass, bro. You guys are tripping out. You've made a sub out of me, my friend. Thank you for the commentary. Enjoyed myself. Appreciate you being in here, Marto McFly. What an absolute pleasure having you in here. Man, you guys watching the same punch I'm watching? God. Matias is a warrior for sure, but he got clobbered, bro. And I knew that big overhand right. I knew Dalton was using that. I mentioned earlier in the podcast he was using that. He was using that to hit that temple. Get that guy out of there. Look, even Matias, giving him credit. I mean, Matias is a good sportsman. But yeah, no, I don't agree with it being the worst stoppage. I mean, I would have liked for him potentially. I would have been borderline. I would have probably let him keep going. But he wouldn't have made it out of there. Just like Kaniba wouldn't have made it out of there earlier today. I think he would have gone out of there damaged badly had they let him keep fighting. He was getting clobbered at the end there. He was getting clobbered. I mean, he was not going to get back up and win that fight, in my opinion, guys. So there you have it, man. We've been at this all day. I really appreciate you guys joining me. I'll do maybe a little recap for you guys tomorrow. Please subscribe to the channel. Join the channel. Dalton Smith, as predicted, your new WBC Super Lightweight Champion of the world. Knuckleheads, thank you for joining us on the Fighters Rep, where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about the sport of boxing from the mind of an attorney/promoter. And it was a pleasure having you guys join me this evening. I will see you guys very